What is up, YouTube, and welcome to this Spider-Man Venom video. So if you're new to the channel, drop a like and subscribe. Your boy is back after an extended hiatus. We were back yesterday with a social justice warrior video on the Joker, and still everyone is absolutely, or at least the social justice warriors are incredibly angry by this movie, just because it's got a white male lead there. And we're in an age of diversification, to say the absolute least. But, of course, just an update on this video yesterday is the fact that, well, what is happening is the director, Todd Phillips, is hitting out against these people. And people behind the movie are saying, well, John Wick was incredibly violent. It's one of the most violent films I think I've ever seen, apart from Commando with Arnold Schwarzenegger, of course, where he kills a ridiculous amount of people. But that was praised by everyone. But here, this movie is getting an L from the social justice warriors. But I'm not too sure why it's happening. They just seem a bit deranged there, to say the absolute least. But good news is that Spider-Man is back in the MCU for, well, at least one more movie. Now, it was a big thing that Spidey was taken out. I wasn't really that surprised that he was taken out of the MCU. One bit, not one iota did it actually surprise me that he was taken out of the MCU, because, well, after Homecoming and, of course, Far From Home, the movies have made a stupid amount of money. And finally, Spider-Man is back at the forefront of comic books. He has been in the kind of wilderness with Iron Man and Captain America and Thor taking over the roles of top comic book characters there. But Spider-Man is, and always will be, the greatest superhero of all time. The idea behind him was that he would be a child. Well, all the characters at the time when he first started they were all already adults and things like that. And now we get to see someone go through the growing pains of being a teenager and also being a superhero. While it's been done to absolute death since then, the actual way they've done it in the MCU is absolutely expert. Now, of course, what will actually happen? So Spider-Man has one more movie in his solo. So we'll be getting a trilogy, Further From Home or whatever, something home. I don't really like the fact they keep calling it home. It's a bit lame, but it fits in there, of course. So what is happening next is that will happen, and then we'll get one more movie. Now, what is curious is that Madame Web has also been hinted to come next. We've got Hobgoblin, and maybe we will see the Sinister Six be done over with Sony. Of course, Sony are getting their own franchise. Black Cat, Silver Sable, all of that is happening. Venom 2 also will be actually happening, which is insane because the first one was absolutely pure and utter trash. It was abysmal. So Venom 2 is coming out, much to, well, I don't think anyone actually wants it. So, of course, Venom is set for October the 2nd, 2020, and Spider-Man 3 is July the 16th, 2021. And that is a game changer. So, with Venom 2 coming out first, it makes absolute sense that we are going to be getting or at least Spider-Man over there Spider-Man in Venom 2 at least. There will be a post-credit scene without a doubt for that. And of course, Kevin Feige has said that I'm thrilled that Spidey's journey into the MCU will continue, and I and all of us at Marvel Studios are very excited that we get to keep work on it. Spider-Man is a powerful icon and hero whose story crosses all ages and audiences around the globe. He also happens to be the only hero with a superpower to cross cinematic universes. So as Sony continues to develop their own Spideyverse, you never know what surprises the future hold. Now, of course, if you will remember, there was a deal where pretty much Sony gets to keep all of the money from the solo Spider-Man movies, and well, we get to use him in the ensemble movies there, of course, Civil War, Infinity War, and Endgame inclusive. So that's quite big there that they get to use that. And, well, I expect that while they will be taking a bit of a hit on the money, possibly with the deal, what we will be getting here is the fact that while Sony are doing that, they get to use Tom Holland as Spider-Man in Venom 2. Now, if you've seen Venom, it was very much the Lethal Protector storyline there, where Venom was good, and also in the comics, Spider-Man was the one who sent him over to San Francisco, and then Spider-Man came over to actually help fight off the symbiotes. And if you're interested in that, go and read that. It's great. And this makes no sense at the moment for Spider-Man to be involved, because the reason that Venom looks like he does is because he took on the look of Spider-Man's suit and his kind of branding, so to speak. There's very much a branding vulture there. But Andy Serkis is doing this. We've got Carnage upcoming as well. So there's a lot to be upcoming. And I expect that Spider-Man will be included in a tag in Venom at least. Maybe they'll set up Tom Holland to be used in the Spider-Man, or the Sonyverse, so to speak, Sony Spideyverse, in that movie. Moving forward, we'll have Spider-Man 3, then we'll have whatever ensemble cast they use him in, and then he will be fully primed and ready to be used in Sony's Spideyverse. Because at the moment, he's not having a very good time. And what would be really cool is if he is on the run, it's going to be incredibly newsworthy. And if it's newsworthy, Eddie Brock will be on the case. But moving on from that and what he will be used in the future, just to sum that up, he will be used in Venom 2 as a staging but setting off point for the rest of the future of the Spideyverse, which is going to be a lot of fun to see go off there in the future. But up next, we've also got the heavily rumoured there that we will actually be getting Charlie Cox coming into the MCU. Now, if you remember, at the end of Spider-Man Far From Home, it was revealed, the Daily Planet came out, I was shocked, and Spider-Man is going to be featured in the next movie fighting Kraven the Hunter. But not only is Kraven going to be going after him, well, he's going to need some legal eagle help. Who else can do that? Well, it's going to be Charlie Cox. It's been rumoured and leaked that Charlie Cox will be reprising the role of Daredevil here one more time and hitching his wagon to Peter Parker. If he is going to be defending him, it would fit in very well. So he doesn't have any money. And, of course, it would fit very well there with the story. And, of course, the fan favourite out of all of them is Charlie Cox as Daredevil. We know that Matt Murdock is a legal eagle, and he will be wanting to help him there, and it would fit in very, very well. However, that is, of course, a rumour, and if I was a betting man, I'd bet on someone else. We're getting a She-Hulk TV show on Disney+. She-Hulk has actually been a lawyer. She was featured heavily in Civil War 2. And, well, the comic, it was abysmal. Don't bother reading it. But what we've got here is the fact that she is a superhero lawyer. And it would work very well if she actually came in to help him. And there's a cross-branding and promotion. The whole everything's connected thing finally actually comes to fruition again. And that's one of a big jumping on point there. And a big introduction for people to get Disney+, which I expect will have some real problems because we've got Apple TV, we've got Netflix, we've got Amazon Prime, we've got DC Universe Unlimited, which isn't out in the UK. If you're wondering why I'm not covering Titans, it's because I can't actually watch it. There's no way for me to watch it unless it's illegal, which I've been hit with things like that, which means it will be a problem for me coming up in the future doing stuff like The Flash, etc. So I may not be able to do them quite a lot. But Charlie Cox featured in there will be absolutely mahoosive, and I'm very excited to see where that actually goes next. And I'm hoping it is Charlie Cox, but it is not set in stone yet. The leakers who leaked to We Got It Covered there. If you are an industry insider and want to leak towards myself, the email address is on my channel as well, and you can also send me a message on Twitter and also Instagram, which is both of them are at Superheronexus if you did want to follow us as well. But I'm very excited. Let me know what you think down below. What kind of content do you want for the future when I move forward? I'm really making stuff I actually want to talk about once more. So I wanted to talk about the Joker yesterday, and I wanted to talk about these two topics here as well. So let me know. I'm excited to see where we go next on this channel. But Spider-Man is a lot of fun, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.